morning, everyone. Oh, let me turn Jennifer down. I was listening to Jennifer's story, and I forgot I actually had to go live. It's like, oops, oopsie. Oopsie. Let me see if I can get myself pulled up. I was listening to her telling that sweet story about the bee in the thumbprint on the cup with her brushes, and I forgot all about it. All right. So how is everyone doing tonight? We're just gonna see if I can get myself pulled up. Hey, Darlene, Brittany. How's everybody doing? It's been a fun-filled day of crafting. Oh my goodness. All kinds of crafters. All right, let's see if I can get myself. Hey, Sonia. There's Valerie and Rosie. Hey, Mary. All right, I'm pulling myself up on this phone because it's a little easier for me to see the comments. Hey, Sherry. It's a little bit easier for me to see the comments. There we go. Okay. All right, so now I can see it. Thanks for shaking those shamrocks. Hi, Miss Connie. Connie from Connie's Creations. All right, so let's see what I've got. It was a silver platter. And, hey, Patricia. Oh, hi, Angie. Angie, you might want to rest that hand a little bit. And a teapot. No, I'm not seeing comments down here. There we go. Okay, that's a little better. Hello, Ramona. I can't do it as good as Janet does. She does that so cute. And Carla. All right, so we're gonna get to getting. Here we go. So I already painted it white with white chalk paint. I didn't worry about too much in the middle. I did some Mod Podge on the back, so I wouldn't have to worry about that after the fact either. Okay, so I'm just gonna put a coat of Mod Podge here. Hey, Terry. Thank you, June, for sprinkling. There's the nanny. Hey, bye, Shanna. Well, thank you, Rhea. First time watching from Utah. There's Denise. Some of the people I've seen you following along throughout the day, so that's wonderful. It's been a wonderful event. All right, and I'm just going to smooth this out. Hey, Deanna. Good to see you, too. Good to see you, too. Now, I just made this to fit, so I think I got to reposition it a little bit. Yes, more great presenters coming. And more to come, that's right. I think I could have given it a little bit more space near the edge, but that's all right. That's all right. Thank you, Sue, for spreading those blessings. I appreciate it. All right, and we're going to smooth it back down. Oh, thanks, Shelly. Oh, that's good. This is my first, I think that, yes, this is my first tray. And I was hemming and hawing on how I wanted to do it, to be honest with you. I couldn't decide. Could not decide. Thank you, Miss Carrie. I want to make sure that I thank Connie and Carrie. They're marvelous to work with. I mean, they're hysterical when they're live. Just an awesome pair of sisters, that's for sure. I just want to make sure I got the air bubble. I'm going to use my finger. I'm going to push that air bubble right on out of there. We're just going to let it dry quick. Yes, they're hilarious, is right. But they are wonderful to do these events. Now, I'm on a return visit, so I thought that was sweet. I thought that was nice of them to ask me. So I've got it painted white, but I don't want to leave the edges white. I'm looking for my pink paint, which is right here. Her phone died. That's right, Rose. Our fingers are our best tools. You just get right on in there and get right on in there and work with it. So I'm going to dry brush. This is Dixie Belle Soft Pink, and I think it's one of the prettiest pinks. And I just want to bring out the edge of the tray because it's got a lot of pretty detail. Now, I did a piece the other day, and I painted it black. It was and I got it at Goodwill, and it had a little dent in it, and I thought, okay, well, I've never done this before, so it's got a little dent in it. I don't care. I'm going to check it out and see, see how it goes. So I painted it black. I put a little rub and buff silver on there, and it turned out so pretty, I thought. Because it had a lot of detail on it. And I didn't care that it was... Oh, thanks, Sherry. I didn't care that it was dented. I thought, oh, that's a good piece to practice on. But, you can find things at the Goodwill or Salvation Army that, sometimes you can really turn them into some beautiful pieces. Hey, Minnie. How are you, my friend? Thanks for sprinkling. Thank you for sprinkling. It's been a nice day here, but yesterday, I know, I have a set, I think it was my grandparents. And, for a little while, I tried to keep it cleaned and displayed, and it's been packed away for years, and I'm kind of wondering if I should just take the leap, and I've been waiting until I feel a little bit more comfortable, I guess. Hey, Maria and Mary. Here's Mary. Until I'm a little bit more comfortable. I don't really want to mess that piece up. And I know that, nobody else is going to, none of the rest of the family is really going to want to clean it either. And they turn out so pretty. All right, so I've got that. I got somewhere on here, I saw a little spot of pink. Yep. So let me touch that with the white. Yeah, nobody else is gonna want that that tea set. Trust me. I know they're not. So I might as well just do what I want to do with it. No, I lost it again. There it is. Okay. And it was just a little tiny spot, but I'm going to keep that brush just in case there's another little tiny spot. Hey, Shelly. Okay, so I've got that Mod Podge on. I've got some dry brushing. Doesn't that pink look pretty around the edge? Okay, and then I'm going to take some... I'm trying to think if I want to do these pieces together or separate. I'm going to do them separate. So I'm going to take, this is Deco Art Enchanted Shimmer, and it's white. I love this stuff. It looks like an opalescent finish. It kind of has a little glitter in it, but not, I mean, it's not in your face glitter. It's not, it gets loose on the piece glitter, because nobody really wants that. So I'm just going to take this. Thank you, Deanna. And I'm going to go around the white. Because I don't want it to be just plain white. I want that finish to have, and you'll be able to see it. I'm going to hold it up so that you can see it. You're going to be able to see this finish because it like shimmers in the light. Yeah, it absolutely just changed that whole look of the white, which is good. Hey, Kathy. Kathy and her husband are a hoot. Hey, Tanya. Thanks, Carrie. You sprinkled me out. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. I'm going to hold this up for just a second, so see if I can catch the light. Now, let's try it from this way, at the bottom, at the top. Now you can't really see it on that too much. It's not like a in-your-face kind of a color. It's very light. But it definitely gives it a different, thanks, Lori. It definitely gives it a different type of finish. Yeah, I don't know if you were able to see it. It really is pretty in person. I don't think the camera really does it a lot of justice, but. And I'm just giving it a highlight. Thank you, Nicole. Nicole had a pretty piece. I was following along today. I was sharing people out. I didn't get a chance to comment much, but. And I saw my friend Angie. She's a trooper. She got stitches this morning and she just kept right on going. I thought, oh my goodness. All right, yeah, that's, honestly, I like that a lot. It's very, I don't know if you can catch it in the light now. Yeah, there we go. There's the shimmer. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry. I'm not going to worry about drying it yet because I'm going to move off to this piece because I am going to embellish the pieces also. So I'm going to take a little bit of the pink. And same thing, I did, probably a couple of coats of white chalk paint. I started to brush them with a brush. It could be Nicole. I'm not sure. But then I decided to sponge it on because I could see the brush strokes, and I didn't like that. So I didn't like that. It could be I have a piece left. It was a big sheet, like probably by 11 by 14. I know your piece was gorgeous. Just gorgeous. Oh my goodness, that's right. I was watching yours. It was. Great minds think alike. Yep. And I love rice paper. I've just got to stop though. It's like some kind of a, hey, Miss Angie. I hope you're resting that hand a little bit. Yes, it's too funny. Thank you for sprinkling. Yeah, I wanted a little bit more pink. And this piece came from, I belong to a craft and antique co-op. I think I've had this in my stash for a few months. So when I got the tray, I thought, oh, okay. It's holding your phone though. Oh. And I did put a couple of coats, hey Judy, of Mod Podge on the bottom already and on the back side of that tray. There's not as much detail on the teapot. Not as much that you can use to dry brush, but that's okay. Like I said, we're gonna embellish it anyway, so. There's a little bit of detail on the bottom, so we're gonna dry brush that. And I'm from New York. If you haven't seen me before, I'm in New York. I'm in a city called Batavia. And it's between Buffalo and Rochester. So it's nestled kind of right in the... It's not a very big city. Hey, Cindy from Indiana. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, there's definitely not as much detail on here, but we're going to work with what we got. There's a little knob on the top. We don't want to forget that. Oh, you collect teapots. Ooh. And you're from Georgia? Well, whenever I say between Buffalo and Rochester, people usually think of the snow. And rightly so. We get an awful lot of it. Yes, we do. All right, I'm hiding my white paint. There it is. And you're from Ohio? And you're from Little Rock, Arkansas. How about that? Now, Ohio's not too far away. I'm just going to touch up that pink. Now, I'm going to assume nobody's going to open this. So I'm going to put a little bit of lace around that opening. No, it wasn't sterling. It was probably a plated piece. It might have been sterling plate, but I kind of doubt it. Hey, Shirley, first time watcher. I hope you guys like what you see. Come back. Visit me often. Oh, you aren't kidding, Sherry. you aren't kidding. Oh, you know what? I'm jumping ahead of myself. I'm putting that on, but I want to put a couple pieces of, I've got the same rice paper, and I've already torn a couple pieces to size. So let me get that out of the way before I lose it. Oh, that's not bad. Oh, and you're in Ohio too, Nicole? My goodness. All right, so I'm gonna put a piece on either side, just in case someone sits it where, hey, Diane, you didn't get notified? Sometimes Facebook likes to unfollow us or change things up. And Deborah from Illinois. So I'm going to put front and back with a little bit of the rice paper. Just because if somebody sets it on the table, you know, they kind of, depending on where they put it, they might want to show either side. I'm just going to slip a little bit more Mod Podge underneath there. Yes, welcome to all the newbies. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you follow along. The Ripple Events group is a free group, and I always say that there's really not a lot that's free nowadays, so I know, and you're West Tennessee, lots of states. And this is going to blend that, the glitter paint. This will also help blend the transition from the white to the pink, where the decoupage paper is, the rice paper, and the white paint. It's also going to, it's going to like smooth that transition out a little bit. I think I can get this big piece here on the back. I'm doing good on time. The cute gnomes behind me are from Reba Rose Creations, and she has a page. So you can go there. In fact, I just ordered some more of her rice paper. She has gorgeous rice paper. Absolutely gorgeous. So I just ordered some more of her rice paper. Yep. She's got a lot of vintage things, but a lot of different, different items, not all one type of. Yes, that's where you saw them. Yep. Yep, I went back and ordered, she had some cute little piggies and some of the Highland cows and all kinds of good stuff. All right, I'm going to take this out just a little bit onto that spout. All right, so I've got the rice paper on both sides of the teapot. Now I'm going to set this one aside. Yes, it's Reba Rose Creations. And she does have a website and a page. So I think if you go to her page, I believe there's a link on there for her website. Hey, Krista. She has beautiful paper. Yes, she does. Yes, she does. It was another creator I saw. And I can't think of who it was. And I went and tracked her down. I had to turn on my glue gun, so I guess I'll move back to this. Hey, Krista. Now in Wisconsin, they have a lot of country music. I see Krista, they have country bands and karaoke all the time. Hey, Ann. I'm in Batavia, New York, so depending on where you are in Canada, we're not too far from each other. Yes, Reba Rose Creations. Krista might have actually thrown the link in for you. I don't know how she does it so fast, but she gets those links in there like it's like, holy cow. Somebody just asks for something and boom, she's got the link. I'd still be searching it. Yeah, I'm just smoothing this a little bit more. Hey, Michelle. Oh, you're from Toronto. That's, I think it's almost straight north from us, but I wouldn't swear to that. I'm not exactly positive. Yeah, she has some, like I said, some pretty, and I'm not talking out of school. She has it on her web page. Check out the about page, and it'll she describes why she's selling, why she's doing the rice paper and what she's got going on. So it's a very touching. So I'm doing the same thing with a teapot. I'm putting a little bit of that sparkle. Let's see if I can get it in. Ooh, I gotta hustle my bustle. I gotta give this just a little bit more Mod Podge right there. Thank you, Anne. Thanks, Deborah. Now, the platter isn't going to take that long to embellish, because all I'm going to do is put some pearls around the trim, around that inner circle. Let's see if I can just spin this a little bit more. There we go. That one's got a little paint. So, up after me is Sonia Shishet. Sonia Shishet Sensation, and I have that link in my description. But if you're following on the Ripple event page, all you have to do is just take your finger and slide it down, and that should refresh the page, and you're going to see who is next in line. Okay, so now I'm going to move this off to the side. My glue gun should be warm enough, yes. And actually, maybe I'm going to use, I think I'm going to use some of this Quick and Thick. So this is the trim that I'm going to put on it. It's got like a chiffon type material in the center, and then it's got those pearls running through there. And this is one of my favorite trims. So where I have the rough edge of, or the torn edge, it's really not rough, of the rice paper, I'm going to take this trim and lay it down in there. And I might have to secure it with a little bit of hot glue here and there to get it to stay put. Yeah, this is one of my favorites. One of my favorite trims. Thank you for sprinkling. So I'm just putting a little hot glue every so often, just to kind of hold that in place until the other glue has a chance to dry on it. And I know I'm missing comments because I'm gluing. This is Tite Bond glue. You could use Aleene's tacky glue. And the same principle, you'd need to probably tack it with a little bit of hot glue. Hey, Janice. You'd have to tack it probably with a little bit of hot glue to get it to lay there for a bit. Thanks, Sheila. Now, Sheila was my mentor. I was in her mentor group for quite a while. So Sheila got me started out. So, it's a very, hey Cheryl, thanks for sprinkling. It's a wonderful group of ladies. Okay, this is almost, the platter's almost done. Because I'm thinking if somebody wanted to display this, which I would either set it up in a pretty easel, or I'd put the teapot in the middle of it anyways. So I'm not gonna do anything else with Oh, Shelly, when you're done, do you want to come organize me? There. Okay, so that's done. Slide that back just a little bit. All right, so the platter is done. The tray, I mean, I'm sorry. The tray is done. So you can see that pretty trim. Okay, so I'm back to the teapot. I'm going to do the same thing with this. It's very plain there, so I'm going to take some of the same trim. I'm just checking to see if I have enough of it, and yes, I do. Tack it with a little bit of that hot glue. Oh, come on. Doesn't want to squeeze out on me. Thank you, Deanna. Thanks, Nita. Julie, that's nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Oh, see, I didn't have my hot glue close enough to. There we go. That should hold it. I'm watching my clock. I'm gonna just about make it. You got a gazillion bags? I haven't been in a while. I've been trying to be good. I should make chip to go with Mrs. Potts. Trim that. Now I've got some velvet ribbon and some, what else have I got here? I set aside. Oh, I know what else I've got. We're gonna get that on there. I'm not too concerned with this part of it because it's probably going to be covered by the bow anyways, and I'm going to be lucky if I don't knock it off when I glue the. There's my lid. Okay. So I got some of these butterflies, and I bet you cannot guess where they're from. Our favorite location with the orange. Thank you, Connie. With the orange bags. It is. I love it. I love my country stuff, but I do like the vintage stuff too. I really do. So I've got a little butterfly on that side. I'm going to put another one right about there. And then I'm going to dig out. Yeah, I do. I've got, silly me, I've got all kinds of pink ones. Thank you, Lori. All right. Now, of course, this little guy, I've got him going in a different direction. So he's right there. just to give it a little extra on the wide open space. And I've got another pink one. Whoopsie. This one I'm going to put that direction. The material, it looks like it's almost like a chiffon type, and the butterflies themselves are probably some embroidered. So they're basically see-through except for the embroidery around the outside. Okay. No, I'm going to change the direction on this one. There we go. All right. So I've got my butterflies on. I've got my pearls around the top. That's good to go. I probably will go back and sponge some more of that pearlescent. And I'm not going to have time to make my bow. But I've got some pretty pink. I've got some pretty velvet ribbon that's pink. And just to pick up a little bit of that green in the rice paper, I've got a little bit of green velvet. But let's see how far we get. I've got 3 more minutes. And I can always trim this off if it's too long. Better to be too long than too short. Thanks for those stars. Thank you. Now remember, you can just refresh your page if you're following on the Ripple event group. Sonia's She Shed Sensation is coming up after me. And I've got a little bit of crocheted white. Thank you, Jennifer. Aw, thanks, Mao. I may have to put an extra long piece on. Ooh, I'm just gonna make it. I'm just gonna make it. I'm gonna put an extra bow on the top. So I'm gonna attach this here. I'll put the extra bow on the top, finish sponging a little bit of that glittery white on there, just to give it a pretty sheen. Trim up my bows, and we're good. So here is the tray. There's the pitcher. I've got to finish that, and we're all set. Thank you, thank you. So don't forget, just refresh your page. You can go stay right on the Ripple event page. Again, I want to thank Connie and Carrie. So please continue on with Sonia's She Shed Sensation. Oh, I'm looking at the clock. I still got a couple minutes left. I'm looking at the wrong clock. I'm good, I'm good. I can whip up a bow and I don't want to jump off too soon. All right, I'm going to add this in the crocheted cotton right onto the top of that bow because it didn't seem to be. Oh, prayers, Christine. Oh. I'm going to glue this right to the top. And then all I need to do is just do a little bit more of that glitter. There we go. I want to thank everyone. Welcome all the newbies. I hope you followed me. That would be wonderful. I'm going to trim these ribbons. Okay, and off you go. Enjoy the rest of the evening. I'll be following along in comments and sharing everybody out. Thanks again for being with me, and we'll see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.